So thank you, Christina, for your time and your availability. We are very happy to have you here at Ideia Circular. So we have a lot of questions about Cradle to Cradle and the certification process, and also the changes from this new version. So it would be very nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much, Leah, and thanks for having me and putting on this conversation to really discuss prominent topics for the current times.
Great. So I think we'll start with the question. So the first one is how do you build the transition to circular economy today? And how do you see the influence of Cradle to Cradle in the circular economy movement in general? And how do they relate to each other?
Yeah, thank you. This is a really good question. So you might know we were set up at the Institute 10 years ago. And the concepts of cradle-to-cradle principles, they were coined even earlier at a time when the term circular economy was not so mainstream as it is nowadays. And of course, still nowadays, cradle-to-cradle is really defining and spearheading the transition to a circular economy, in a way that we offer a framework that circular solutions can really be made and can be implemented. And you are certainly well aware that cradle-to-cradle thinking behind that is really a proactive approach for the industry to eliminate the concept of waste, to ensure the use of safe materials, to generate clean water and energy, and to embrace diversity. And it is really about moving from this less bad to more good and innovating for materials and products that are made and fit for the future. And I would argue that nowadays these cradle-to-cradle principles are ever more important because they offer a holistic approach to a circular economy, taking a very comprehensive aspect on the environmental topics, but also including social topics into the circular economy debate.
Great. So can you please tell us briefly about the Cradle-to-Cradle standard certification and how it works for the people watching who aren't familiar with it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the standard, the Cradle-to-Cradle certified, represents the Cradle-to-Cradle principles in practice. And what a Cradle-to-Cradle certified is, it is a global product standard. It is widely regarded the most advanced version of a product standard currently available. And it is definitively a standard to demonstrate leadership. It is science-based, and it is really a unified framework and a common language and a common measure for materials that are safe, that are circular, and that are responsibly made. And behind this global standard, we have a verified assessment of the products that are underpinned by a certification. And in this certification, a product mark can also be used to indicate on the product directly to business or to business to consumer that the product are created, designed, and manufactured according to the cradle-to-cradle principles. If you look at the certification, it has 5 big categories. These 5 categories are interlinked. That is material health, product circularity, clean air and climate protection, water and soil stewardship, as well as social fairness. And in the standard, you have different achievement levels, starting from bronze to silver to gold and platinum. And depending on how well a product does along these categories, there's an overall achievement level that can then be communicated on the product to the consumers and to their business partners. What is important also to say about the certification, with these ascending levels from bronze, silver, gold to platinum, we really drive continuous improvement, measurable improvement, and very often this standard is also used as an innovation framework for the circular economy.